Sometimes the most dangerous love stories don't start with passion. They start with attention, a glance that lasts too long, a message that comes at the right moment, a man who knows exactly what to say and when to say it. She was divorced, lonely but trying to look healed, hair pulled tight into a bun like she still had everything under control. He was powerful, respected, married, and everyone around her saw the truth before she ever did. Because when a man wears a badge and promises a future he never plans to give, the fantasy can feel safer than the truth. This is the story of a woman who wanted to be chosen, a man who never planned to choose her, and the wife who finally stepped in to end the illusion. This is the chief, the wife, and the woman in between. There's a certain kind of loneliness that doesn't look lonely at all. It wears clean-pressed clothes. It shows up on time. It laughs softly at jokes it barely hears. And it keeps its hair in a bun like a promise, tight, neat, controlled. Because if your life is falling apart on the inside, you at least want something to stay in place on the outside. Lauren James was 42, divorced for a year, and living in a North Carolina apartment that still smelled like new beginnings and unfinished decisions. The living room was modern, gray couch, gold lamp, abstract art she ordered online when she decided she was going to be that woman now. The kind of woman who heals, the kind of woman who moves on, the kind of woman who doesn't miss what hurt her. But at night the silence had weight. It sat on her chest. It moved through her rooms like a second tenant. And sometimes Lauren would catch herself staring at her phone like it might blink first. She told herself she was fine. She told her friends she was enjoying peace. She told her mother she was focusing on herself. But what she didn't say out loud was this. Lauren didn't miss her ex-husband. She missed being chosen. And that's exactly what Chief Desmond Carter gave her. At first, it was small. A glance that lingered too long at a charity event downtown. A compliment that sounded like it came from someone who noticed details. "Miss James," he said, warm and smooth, "you've got a calm about you. You don't see that often." Lauren smiled politely, the way you smile when you're not sure if you're allowed to enjoy it. Because the man saying it was the police chief. A married man. A man with a gold badge and a crisp suit and the kind of confidence that filled space. She'd seen him on local news segments. He was always shaking hands, cutting ribbons, talking about community, always looking clean, always looking untouchable. So when he noticed her, Lauren didn't just feel flattered. She felt important. The next time it was a DM, a simple message after the event. "Desmond, hope you made it home safe. Great seeing you tonight." Lauren stared at it longer than she should have. Her thumb hovered. She knew what the right thing was. She knew what everybody says you're supposed to do. But her loneliness spoke louder than her logic. So she replied, "Lauren, I did. Thank you. It was nice seeing you too." And just like that, the door cracked open. Desmond didn't rush her. He didn't jump straight into anything obvious. He was too smart for that. Instead, he made it feel natural. A few messages turned into check-ins. Check-ins turned into phone calls. Phone calls turned into accidental meetings. He'd pop up where she was, at the coffee shop she liked, at the community center, at the new restaurant in town. Always smiling like it was fate, always saying things like, "I was just thinking about you." And Lauren drank those words like water. Because after a divorce, people don't look at you like you're still desirable. They look at you like you're recovering. But Desmond looked at her like she was a secret he wanted to keep. And that kind of attention, it can make a woman forget she's standing near a cliff. The first time he touched her hand, it was gentle. He brushed her fingers when he handed her a coffee cup. The touch was so quick she could have pretended it didn't happen. But he leaned in and said, low enough for only her to hear, "Don't act like you don't feel this." Lauren's breath caught, her cheeks warmed, and the part of her that used to argue back, the part of her that used to set boundaries, was quieter these days. That part had gotten tired, so instead of pulling away, she smiled. 2 weeks later, they were in his car late at night, parked in a dark corner of a shopping plaza, the kind with security cameras and closed stores and just enough distance from the street to hide people's mistakes. Desmond turned the heat up. Lauren's bun was still neat. Her lipstick was still perfect. She looked like a woman who had control. But her hands trembled when he kissed her, because she wanted it too badly. Afterward, he rested his forehead against hers and whispered, "I'm not happy at home." Lauren swallowed. She didn't ask about his wife. She didn't want that image in her head. So she just asked the question that mattered most to her. "Then why are you still there?" Desmond sighed like a man burdened with a tragic story. "It's complicated," he said. "Monica, she's not a bad woman, but we're not in love anymore. We're just running a life, a house, a reputation." Lauren listened like he was confessing something sacred, and when he added, "I've never felt peace like I feel when I'm with you," something inside her melted. Because Lauren didn't realize it yet, but Desmond wasn't telling her the truth. He was telling her what she needed to hear, and the whole department knew it. They'd seen Desmond do this before. Different woman, same pattern. The officers would whisper in the hallways. The dispatchers would side-eye each other when Lauren's name came up. Even the receptionist at the station, an older woman named Ms. Bernice, shook her head when Lauren walked in one afternoon to drop off paperwork for a neighborhood watch grant. Bernice looked at Lauren's bun, her polite smile, her hopeful eyes. And Bernice said quietly, "Baby, don't do that." Lauren blinked. "Excuse me?" Bernice didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. Her tone was tired, like she'd watched too many women learn the same lesson. "He's married," Bernice said, "and he's the kind of married that don't change." Lauren's chest tightened. "I'm not," she started, but the lie wouldn't form right. Bernice leaned forward slightly. "Don't let that man use your heart like a spare tire," she said. "He'll ride you until he gets home." Lauren left the station with her cheeks burning. Not because Bernice was wrong, but because she didn't want her to be right. So she did what people do when they're addicted to a fantasy. She doubled down. She started dressing a little nicer. She started wearing perfumes that smelled like confidence. She started checking her phone more often. Desmond kept feeding the dream. He sent flowers to her job with no note, just the kind of move that made her co-workers squeal and ask questions. He called her beautiful, like it was her real name. He told her she made him feel alive. He promised things with his voice that he never put in writing. And Lauren accepted that, because written promises can be used against a man like Desmond. A man with a badge, a man with power, a man who knew how to keep his hands clean. Then one night, as Lauren sat on her couch in an oversized sweater, legs tucked under her, waiting for Desmond to call like he said he would, her phone finally lit up. But it wasn't Desmond. It was a number she didn't recognize. Lauren frowned and answered anyway. "Hello?" There was a pause. Then a woman's voice, smooth, steady, controlled. "Lauren James?" Lauren's stomach dropped. "Yes, who is this?" Another pause. "This is Monica Carter." Lauren couldn't breathe for a second. The room felt smaller. The lamp felt too bright. Her own heartbeat sounded loud and guilty. "I think you have the wrong number," Lauren whispered. Monica didn't laugh. She didn't sound angry. She sounded certain. "I don't," Monica said, "and I'm not calling to fight you." Lauren swallowed hard. "What do you want?" Monica's voice stayed calm. "I want you to hear something clearly," she said. "Not the version you've been told, not the version you've imagined. The truth." Lauren's hands shook. Desmond said. Monica cut in gently like a teacher correcting a student. "Desmond says a lot," she replied, "and I'm sure he's been very convincing." Lauren closed her eyes. "I didn't plan this," Lauren whispered. "I didn't. He pursued me." Monica exhaled once, slow. "I believe you," Monica said. "That's why I'm calling you and not blaming you." Lauren's throat tightened. Monica continued, "I'm his wife, legally, publicly, privately. I'm not going anywhere he's not leaving, and you deserve to stop waiting for a door that isn't opening." Lauren's voice cracked. "You don't know what he told me." Monica's tone didn't change. "I know exactly what he told you," she said, "because it's what he tells every woman he wants to keep quiet." Lauren went still. "Every woman." Monica paused, and Lauren could hear movement. Papers, maybe, or a door shutting. Then Monica said, "I'm an attorney, Lauren. I don't move without facts." Lauren's stomach turned. Monica's voice stayed steady. "I'm not threatening you," she said. "I'm giving you a warning with dignity, because I remember what it feels like to want love so badly you mistake attention for it." Lauren's eyes burned. "Why are you doing this?" she asked. Monica's answer was simple. "Because you're the one who's going to lose," Monica said. "Not him. You." The call ended, and Lauren sat there, frozen, staring at her phone like it had slapped her. She didn't cry at first. She went numb. She replayed every moment with Desmond, every sweet line, every "I'm almost out," every "just give me time." She remembered how he never took her to places where people might recognize him, how he always had to step outside to answer calls, how he never posted anything, how he never introduced her to anyone important, how he always left. Lauren's bun felt too tight. She stood, walked to the bathroom mirror, and looked at herself. A woman in her 40s. A woman with a soft face and tired eyes. A woman who wanted to be chosen so badly she accepted being hidden. The next morning, Desmond called like everything was normal. "Morning, beautiful." Lauren didn't answer right away. Desmond chuckled. "You sleep good?" Lauren's voice came out small. Your wife called me. Silence. A beat too long. Then Desmond sighed, like he was the victim. Lauren, Monica is dramatic. Lauren's jaw tightened. She said you're not leaving, Lauren replied. Desmond scoffed softly. Of course she said that, he replied. She's trying to scare you. She's trying to control the narrative. Lauren's hands clenched. Are you leaving? She asked. Desmond didn't answer directly. He didn't say yes. He didn't say no. He did what manipulators do best. He turned it around. Why are you letting her get in your head? He asked. I told you she's toxic. Don't let her poison what we have. Lauren's eyes stung. What we have, she repeated. You mean what I have. Because you go home to your wife. Desmond's tone changed. Sharper now. Don't do this, he warned quietly. You're overreacting. Lauren swallowed. The old Lauren would have apologized, but something in her cracked open. Overreacting, she said. I've been living like a secret. Desmond exhaled hard. You knew I was married, he said. Lauren flinched because there it was. The shift. The moment he stopped calling her beautiful and started reminding her of her place. Lauren's voice shook. I thought you loved me. Desmond's silence was the loudest thing she'd ever heard. Then he said, cold and flat, I care about you. Don't confuse that. Lauren's stomach dropped, because in that moment she realized his love had never been love. It was management, keeping her hopeful enough to stay, keeping her quiet enough not to expose him, keeping her hungry enough to accept crumbs. And the department? The department had known. Every warning, every look, every pause when she mentioned him, it all came rushing back. That afternoon, Lauren decided she needed the truth in person. Not a phone call, not a text, not another line he could twist. So she drove to the courthouse where Monica worked. Lauren entered the building feeling like a ghost. People moved around her in suits and heels, holding files and coffee cups, living real lives. Lauren approached the front desk and asked, voice trembling, Is attorney Monica Carter available? The receptionist looked at her, then nodded slowly. Have a seat. Lauren waited. Her leg bounced. Her bun felt like a rope. When Monica appeared, she didn't look angry. She looked composed. Tailored blazer, pencil skirt, tasteful jewelry, hair styled, makeup soft but precise, plus size and powerful, not hiding, not apologizing. She walked over like a woman who belonged everywhere she stood. Lauren? Monica asked. Lauren stood quickly. Yes. Monica gestured toward a quiet corner of the lobby. Come, she said. They sat. Lauren expected humiliation. But Monica didn't gloat. Monica didn't smirk. Monica spoke like a woman who had survived. I'm sorry, Lauren blurted out. I didn't. Monica lifted one hand. Stop, she said gently. I didn't bring you here to hear you beg. Lauren's eyes filled. Then why? She whispered. Monica leaned in slightly. Because I wanted you to see me, she said. Not as the villain in your story, not as the obstacle, as a real person. Lauren swallowed. Monica continued. Desmond likes to paint me as cold, she said. Controlling, unloving. He does that so you can justify the role you're playing. Lauren looked down. Monica's voice stayed calm. He has pursued women before, Monica said, and when I confronted him, he made it my fault. My career, my schedule, my body, my expectations. Lauren's throat tightened. Monica's eyes held Lauren's. But listen to me carefully, Monica said. I'm not speaking to you as a wife defending her husband. I'm speaking to you as a woman warning another woman. Lauren's voice cracked. He said he felt peace with me. Monica nodded once, like she'd heard that line before. He feels peace wherever he isn't responsible, Monica replied. Lauren's breath hitched. Monica reached into her purse and slid a folded paper across the table. Lauren opened it. Inside were screenshots, messages. Not hers, other women, different names, different dates, same words. You're different. I'm trapped. Give me time. I can't lose you. I've never felt this before. Lauren's hands shook as she stared. Her stomach churned like grief. Monica watched her without judgment. I'm not showing you this to hurt you, Monica said. I'm showing you this because denial will destroy you faster than the truth ever could. Lauren's lips trembled. So what do I do? She whispered. Monica's voice softened but stayed firm. You stop being the woman in between, she said. You stop negotiating your worth. You stop letting a married man make you feel chosen only when it's convenient. Lauren stared at the paper like it was a funeral. Monica added, and you don't wait for him to pick you. Lauren's voice was small. But he's the one who... Monica nodded. I know, she said, but you're the one who has to end it. Lauren wiped her face, embarrassed. Monica leaned back. I won't pretend my marriage is perfect, Monica said, but I will tell you this. He's never leaving, not because he loves me so deeply, but because leaving would cost him. Lauren went still. Cost him. That's what this was. A calculation. Monica stood. And one more thing, she said. Lauren looked up. Monica's voice was gentle but sharp like truth. If you think he's powerful because of that badge, Monica said, you should see what power looks like when a woman stops begging. Monica walked away. Lauren sat there for a long time holding those screenshots, feeling the fantasy drain out of her like color from a photograph. That night, Desmond called again. Lauren stared at his name on the screen. The old Lauren would have answered. The old Lauren would have let him soothe her with another story. But Lauren looked at herself in the mirror first. She reached up and touched her bun, and she realized she didn't wear it because she was confident. She wore it because she was trying to hold herself together. So she did something small but symbolic. She took it down. Her hair fell around her shoulders. Not dramatic, not movie perfect, just real. Then she answered the phone. Desmond sounded relieved. Hey, he said, I've been thinking. We shouldn't let Monica come between us. Lauren's voice was steady. She's not coming between us, Lauren said. I am. Desmond paused. What do you mean? Lauren breathed. I mean, I'm done, she said. I'm not your secret. I'm not your escape. I'm not your fantasy. Desmond's tone tightened. Lauren, don't be emotional. Lauren let out a small laugh, sad but clear. You never called it emotional when it benefited you, she said, only when it challenged you. Desmond's voice went colder. "You're making a mistake." Lauren swallowed. "No," she said. "I made the mistake already. I'm just correcting it now." Desmond exhaled hard. "You'll regret this," he warned. Lauren's eyes burned, but her voice didn't shake. "I regret wasting time," she said. "I don't regret choosing myself." She hung up, and her hands trembled afterward, not because she wanted him back, but because she was stepping out of the fantasy and into the quiet, and the quiet still scared her. But this time it didn't own her. Weeks passed. Lauren avoided places she knew he'd be. She deleted his number. She blocked him on everything. At first, she felt like she was starving, because attention can feel like love when you don't have enough of either. But slowly, she started doing things that didn't involve proving she was desirable. She joined a fitness class. She started therapy. She redecorated her apartment again, this time not to look healed, but to feel safe. And one day, she went to a community event downtown, the same kind of event where Desmond first noticed her. She wore a simple outfit, wide-leg jeans, a cream blouse, hoop earrings. Her hair was half up, loose, soft. She didn't look like a woman trying to be picked. She looked like a woman who picked herself. She saw officers from the department in the crowd. Some looked away. Some looked guilty. Miss Bernice was there too, running a table for community outreach. Bernice saw Lauren and smiled, small and proud. Lauren walked over. Bernice leaned in and whispered, "You okay, baby?" Lauren nodded. "I'm learning," she said. Bernice patted her hand. "That's all any of us do." Lauren turned and saw Desmond across the street, his suit crisp, his smile intact, his salt and pepper hair perfect. He was laughing with someone, another woman, maybe, another hopeful face. Lauren felt the old ache try to rise, but it didn't take her down, because she finally understood the truth. Desmond didn't choose women. He chose opportunities, and she wasn't an opportunity anymore. Desmond glanced her way. Their eyes met for a second. Lauren didn't glare. She didn't wave. She didn't shrink. She simply looked at him like a chapter she had finished. Then she turned away and walked into the crowd. Not as the woman in between, but as Lauren. A woman with scars. A woman with a past. A woman with her hair down and her head up. And for the first time in a long time, she felt something that didn't depend on anyone else. Peace.